I'm like the Avatar. I wield all of the generation slang at once.
Earth, wind, fire, Ohio.
Ohio
Master
Rizzler.
of the four
Yeah.
elements.
Welcome back to Kill A Delibird. We've got a pair of episodes for you today that absolutely bugged the crap out of my wife when we were watching them because she hates insects, and this is an insect week here on To Kill A Delibird. That's right, we're still going through Johto, and we've got two back-to-back episodes that keep a bug theme with them. This week we will be reviewing episode 178, Ariados Amigos. Let me try that again.
Amigos.
I know, I thought I read it as a Japanese word. Episode 178, Ariados Amigos, and episode 179, Wings in Things. So I'm Graham, the co-host who knows fuck all about Pokemon, but has been learning lots along the way. So Kellan joins me to guide my hand ever so carefully through the wild and wacky world of the Pokemon fandom. Kellan, how are things?
They're just so good, you know?
That's
Life
proper.
is amazing. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was it
definitely.
sarcasm?
Not at all.
Oh,
no.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, Kellan is going to be in my neck of the woods in a couple weeks. I'll get to see him, and he is bringing something very special to me. That's right.
Yeah, I'm bringing syphilis.
To our area. It has never been discovered. You wish you had syphilis.
I don't.
Okay. That's good. That's like actually one of the crazier STIs too, because like if it progresses, like you go insane.
Yeah.
Which is
I don't know anything about it. It's just like the one that comes to mind when someone's like, "Do you have a crazy disease?" And I'm like, "Ooh, syphilis."
It's actually like the craziest, because like okay, like gonorrhea, you can like take a pill for that now. Syphilis, maybe you can treat ahead of time. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but if it reaches your brain, you actually go insane and die.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
it's rough.
Wild. I just think it's fun to say.
You just
syphilis.
like the sound of it.
Yeah.
I guess
yeah.
sometimes like the worst diseases have these like innocent sounding names, or these cutesy names. Even like shingles, I've heard is like pretty shitty. Or gout.
Yeah, that's a weird name.
Yeah, like,
shingles.
Shingles. Yeah, okay.
Or hand, foot, and mouth disease. What the fuck is that name?
It is a weird name. Yeah.
That's a
very
dumb
nursery rhyme. That sounds British as hell. Hand, foot, and mouth.
Ah, fucking Brits.
I know, right? Touch your knees, London Bridge disease. Like they would come up with shit like that. We're friends with the Americans. All our listeners are Americans. That's why we've been shitting on England lately. I don't know.
But hey, if we get more British listeners, we'll shit on Americans more.
Yeah, we will. We'll have to put the podcast out at a time when the Americans are asleep, and then we can get them Brits.
It's about checks and balances, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not bringing an STI
Oh, yeah.
with me. That's, just to put that out there. I'm bringing you what, a Sega Saturn?
Kellan found me a Sega Saturn. Yes, I like collecting retro video games, as does Kellan. Neither of us go really hardcore because that market is
I don't
like
have the money.
I don't have money, and I think that it's like it's a weird market. Like it's not just that I don't have the money; it's that I don't want to spend the money on a lot of that stuff. Right? I don't want to spend $1,000 on a game. That's stupid. But Kellan found me a Sega Saturn, which I have never played one or really even seen one before. But I love Sega. I have a Genesis. Your family had a Dreamcast growing up, so I got those two generations. But a Saturn, oh boy, I'm excited. You don't know anything about it, do you?
No.
Can you name a single Saturn game?
There's something about I think there's a Gex on there.
I think there is a Gex game on there. Yeah. But that's like a 3DO game that got ported. Can you name a Sega Saturn original? Exclusive.
Saturn Man and the fight for Poland.
Okay, I'll play that. Yeah, that's going to be my top.
Sounds
that's going to be my top game.
Got like 84 on Metacritic, I think.
Sega had so many attempts at like mascots that never stuck. Like I would not put it past them to have a Saturn man. Like there's
What,
Vector Man, and
you're
that's
telling me
what I'm
Cool
kind of
Spot didn't
picturing.
do it?
Cool Spot is the Pepsi
7 Up.
spot, the 7-Up spot. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember that game. That was weird. Ah, licensed games.
There's a couple of them. There's a Genesis and Super Nintendo one that's a platformer, and then there was a PlayStation one called Cool Spot Goes to Hollywood. That's like an isometric, I don't know, action adventure game kind of. It's kind of hard, and it's like Cool Spot on like Hollywood sets. Oh, he's on a pirate ship. Oh, he's like in
This is
he's in
incredible.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. I
Oh
played it
my
as a
god.
kid at like a babysitter's house or something, and it's weird, but it's kind
For
of
the
cool.
Mega Drive.
Mega Drive is Genesis. That's what they
Ah, it's
called
the
it
same
in Europe.
thing. Okay, so before I get there, you have to get a hold of a copy of this then. And
Of which one? Cool Spot Goes to Hollywood?
yeah.
I think that's a PS1 game.
No, it's on Mega Drive. It's on Genesis.
Oh, it is. Oh, and there's a Saturn
Oh, it's
port.
on the Saturn.
And there's a
Oh my
Saturn
god.
port. Okay.
Oh
Sure,
my
we
god.
can
We're playing that.
play Spot Goes to Hollywood on the Sega Saturn. That would be great.
Amazing.
Crazy.
We'll stay up all night playing Cool Spot and Gex.
That sounds insane, but sure.
And I'll be tired the next. I'm going there for a wedding, people. So that's like I'm gonna be very tired then after that if we stay up all night playing Cool Spot. But it'll be worth
Kelly,
it.
I'm way too old to stay up like past 11.
What? You're crazy.
I
But
what
for
time?
Gex,
I'm not crazy at all. What time do you wake up? Like noon? I wake up at like
something like
I wake up
that.
like 7 every day.
My sleep is fucked
Yeah.
right
So
now.
there you go.
Anyway, where are we? What are we doing? Where
So
did we get to? from
okay,
here?
okay. Well, I have to take us on a bit more of a journey. Let's get to the episodes. But to get to the episodes, they're kind of like Ekkertique City. They are far away. We have to cross rivers and mountains, etc. The
We have
next
to trudge
mountain.
through a bunch of stuff that doesn't mean anything.
Exactly.
That has no
exactly.
bearing on it. Yeah.
Okay, so last week we had this tiny Ditto, right? That turned into a tiny wobbuffet. This
I
week
love him.
we've got two bug representations. We've got a spider, Ariados, but he's fucking huge spider. Then we have a
Large
big ass
spider.
dragonfly named Yanmaid. Okay, like last episode we were making things smaller. This time we're making things bigger. However, I think it's too easy to say the things that we want to make bigger, right? And I don't want
Mhm.
those kind of jokes anywhere near our podcast.
Nocto's penis.
Guffaw, blah blah. So these are the top 10 worst things to make bigger. Okay.
Okay. Number 10.
Number 10, a mantis shrimp. Those things
Oh.
sound fucking wild. If it was huge, we would run for our lives.
But that's a lot of meat.
Oh, I would eat mantis shrimp. I love shrimp actually. Are you a shrimp fan?
Big shrimp guy.
Cool, me too. Yeah, I eat shrimp like probably once a week.
I don't because it's pricey, but I do like shrimp.
That is true. It is. And speaking of expensive shrimp, number 9, a Loblaw's profit margins. Let's not make those bigger.
Well, they're already getting there.
They're
you know?
already huge.
They're increasing every day.
What's with these grocery stores and their record profits?
You know what's not increasing though?
What?
Our wages.
No. Well, someone's might be. Like
Well, yeah,
Galen Weston's.
Fucking Galen Weston.
This is now an anti-capitalism podcast. Give us cheaper
Anti-Loblaws.
chicken.
Fuck them.
We're going to take a hard pivot into number 8. Nail clippers. Because, like, they'd be fucking hard to use if they were bigger. Like,
Isn't that just like scissors?
I guess so. Like, I could lose a finger.
Yeah.
Like, I wish these were smaller so they could be used to trim my nails, but they're too big.
You're like hovering over a table saw trying to
Boom! Another finger gone.
fuck. You gotta get one of those table saws that like retracts the blade as soon as it feels flesh.
Oh yeah, that's
Those are
fancy.
cool.
That's a cool
Yeah.
idea.
Number 7.
American portion sizes. Whenever I go to the States, I'm actually usually excited to eat a bunch there because I'm not gonna lie, got a good variety of food in the US, some really tasty stuff. But like a few days in, I'm like, my gut is fucking feeling it. Now you could say, Graham, why don't you just not finish your meal? Well, I have the psychological burden that many of us do from childhood, where leaving our plates full of food feels wrong.
It'll make the hungry people cry
Yeah,
if we don't
exactly.
finish our food. Yeah.
Exactly. So
You've been to the States more recently than I have. Are the portion sizes actually bigger than in Canada on
they're
average?
bigger, and every time, Kellen,
I never thought about that.
I think they can't be. Like, we've got big portion sizes too. So
Yeah.
like, well, how could they be? But every time, Kellen, I get fucked up. I get fucked up.
So I feel like a lot of Canada and American culture is kind of like
It's pretty
intertwined.
similar, yeah.
But if portion sizes down there are just straight bigger than usual, then that's interesting.
I think they're still bigger. Yeah.
Fascinating. I haven't
Mhm.
been to the States in 8, 9 years, something like that.
Oh, wow. That's a while.
Yep. Disney World when I was in grade 10, 9 or 10.
Well, and I've never been to
10,
the,
maybe 10.
any of the Disney parks.
What? Crazy.
No, I never have.
They're cool.
I've been
Mm.
to quite a few other parts of the States.
I'm not a big Disney guy, but they're cool.
I'm not a
They're
big
fun.
theme park guy.
That's insane. That's a crazy take.
Is it? Why?
Yes. Theme parks are the fucking coolest.
Why though? Like
Because
rides?
they're just rides and novelties and sweating in the hot sun, Best
Okay.
part. Chafing. You get a lot of chafing going on. It's wonderful.
You're trying to convince me, and you threw chafing in there.
I think you would like Universal. You should go to Universal.
I probably would. Like, I think that when someone says that, it's like they just haven't really like exposed themselves, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't feel the appeal just sitting here, right? And there's other things I do feel the appeal to go explore more, and that's why I have. Someday, like, I'm open to it. I'm not like a hater. I just
Yeah.
I haven't had that moment yet.
You have to go educate yourself.
I really do.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the thing. I need to educate myself.
I
about.
remember on a family trip, I think this was when we went to see Mount Rushmore. We stopped at a Flintstones theme park.
Oh, cool.
At Bedrock City, I believe it was, in
Oh,
South
that's a good name.
Dakota. Because that was where South Dakota is where Rushmore is as well. And we went there, and it was dead, man. There was like nobody. It was crazy.
Okay. That sounds kind of sick, though.
was
Flintstones
cool.
theme park.
It was cool. It's just that nobody knows the Flintstones anymore, aside from vitamins.
It is pretty old. There were like movies in the 90s that kind of revived the property for a bit.
Yeah, but
yeah.
not for long.
Yeah.
Anyway, where did we get
We
from?
were all talking about American food. So let's
Right,
jump
yeah.
to something else totally inflated. Number 6, game file sizes. That's going
Mhm.
nuts, right?
Tell me about it.
Can't keep a hard drive clean ever these days.
And then they're like, "Oh, but we don't want you to have physical disks. You're gonna have to upgrade your storage space." Fuck
This
you.
game, you're going to buy the physical copy, but actually 75% of it is a download.
Yeah.
That's something you got to watch out for, especially if you're thinking
Mhm.
about like from the collecting perspective. It's like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
I love physical media. I'm a big proponent of preserving the physical sides of media. I do wish that there was some kind of cross where I could buy the physical game and then not have to switch cartridges.
Oh, yeah,
On
yeah.
my
Like
Switch?
it
Like,
unlocks
that'd be
the
great.
digital copy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wish
that'd be
that was
sweet.
the case too.
Like
Like
I
you
could just like
could
rip it off the cartridge.
register it or something, and they would allow
Yeah.
you to do that. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree because digital's more convenient.
Oh, it's so much more convenient.
Yeah.
But I'd love having the cases. It looks nice on a shelf.
Oh yeah, I like cases too. I love instruction manuals. That's not a thing
Oh.
you really find anymore.
Oh, my heart.
Yeah,
My love.
instruction manuals kick ass.
Number 5.
All right, we talk about this guy way too often. Elon Musk's ego. If that got any bigger, I think the world would end.
Yeah. His head would just
Yeah, and that would cause a black hole, and then we would we would all go through, and the universe would invert in on itself, and we would be in this alternate universe where Twitter is slightly better.
And we would all be better for it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, maybe I'm the problem because when I scroll Twitter, I actually stop and read the unhinged shit. I actually
Mhm.
stop and read
Yeah.
like Trump's tweets because they're
Yeah.
so fucking wild, right?
They're just
not
unhinged,
because
yeah.
I like them, right? It's because I'm like, this is bizarre.
You want to hurt.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
want
exactly.
to
It's like train
get
crash
frustrated.
fetishism,
Yeah.
right?
Many such cases.
Yeah, many such.
Number 4.
Well, Kellan, maybe this will be controversial. Actually, this might be a fight. We might actually get into a fight over this one. But top 10 worst things to make bigger. Number 4, the National Pokedex.
Nah, keep it going, baby.
Just trim it down. Just give us a next game with like 5 Pokemon. That's it. There's way too many Pokemon.
Okay, every Pokemon game now gets 5 Pokemon, and they're just randomly picked from the website. So I'm gonna generate 5 Pokemon. The next Pokemon game will include Ambipom, Oranguru, Ninjask, Drifloon, and Gulpin D's Nuts.
Oh wow, that's a fantastic lineup. It's sort of monkey themed. I love it. We'll call it
there's
Pokemon sort of monkey.
2 primate.
Yeah, what are the odds?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But no, I love it. I think it's hilarious. Just keep going.
You think it's hilarious?
Keep making Pokemon.
I wonder if they could make better games if they didn't have to be concerned with that though.
I think they could. I don't think they would.
Well, that's fair. That's maybe too fair. Well,
all right, number 3.
From the National Dex, we go to number 3, the National Debt. Similar sounding, but let's not make that bigger. Or do. I don't know. Nice. International debt is like one of the most confusing concepts ever.
Who is the world in debt to?
Well, you're just paying it forward. So it's about money that you need to like pay off because it doesn't exist. I think.
So you're telling me that
it's very abstract.
Are you telling me that if Canada were to pay like Italy's coffee orders for a few weeks, then it would all be settled?
No, you don't owe it to Italy. You owe it to the future.
By paying it forward. By paying it forward. Never mind.
Oh, like, so if you just pay, you're saying like karma?
Yeah.
Karma might be the answer, Kellan. You might be onto something.
Number 2.
Worst things to make bigger, BBLs. Have you noticed how big butts are these days? They're big. And I'm chill with that, but we can relax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There comes a point where it's unrealistic.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
How do you wipe? How are you wiping? I don't know.
If you naturally got a dumpy, that's chill. That's cool. Great on you. But like the pursuit of
happiness,
of bringing your own cushion everywhere to the point of injecting yourself with dangerous, procedures, blah blah blah. It's gotten a little crazy, Kellan.
Your butts are good enough, people.
love your butt, love yourself.
Last week we said, whatever's in your pants, we accept you and we don't care what's there. Same with your butts.
Flat
your
ass.
Butts are beautiful.
Wide ass. Huge ass. Triangular ass. Inverted
Bubble
ass.
Every
3
butt.
cheeks.
No butt.
4
Maybe
cheeks.
you don't have one.
Sewed shut.
I hear
human centipede.
I hear the supreme leader of North Korea doesn't poop. So, there's someone with
That's incredible. Butt. Wow, he's a genius.
Also, women don't poop.
Yeah, never heard of that.
Yeah. Anyway, what's the number 1?
Number 1. Worst thing to make bigger, the number of streaming services. God, there's too many. About it. I don't even know where to find a show sometimes. And then they'll do things like most of the Star Trek's old series are on Netflix, but the movies are on Paramount Plus. What the hell's with that?
Fuller House is on Netflix. Well, where's Full House now? I don't know.
Where is it?
I have no idea.
That's fucked.
It's a mess. We need to get the DVDs. Physical media, people. Come on. Bring it back.
Yeah, but DVDs are like 480p.
That's fine. I don't care. Anyway, the real number 1 thing to not make bigger is the amount of tangents we get on before moving into the episodes.
Well, I guess so. Is this a Pokemon podcast?
I think.
Well, let's talk about episode 178. Ariados, Amigos.
Ariados, Amigos.
God, I'm struggling with that.
So, we're taking a break. These guys take a lot of breaks at the start of episodes.
It's good.
I think. It's getting a little weird.
You need to
Rock's
take care
making
of
some food. Yeah, cooking something up. Misty went for a walk with Togepi. She found some flowers, putting them in her hair. It's cute. Looks nice. And then Togepi trips like a little dumb baby. Idiot toddler.
Totally stumbles. Is there something in the bush?
I don't know. Misty thinks it could be something creepy or crawly, and so she screams about it.
Yeah, before she even knows what's going on.
Ash and Brock come to her rescue. Ash is like, I see flowers. I only see flowers. Brock's like, yeah, there's leaves and stems too.
I actually laughed out loud at that. Now,
That was a good one.
Is that a joke worth laughing at? I don't know, but I laughed at it.
Yeah, and so Pikachu takes it upon himself to part away the bush, and we see a giant fucking spider.
This thing's huge. Yeah.
Massive ass, creepy spider.
So Ariados, they dex it. Kellan, tell me about this thing. First of all, this thing is perfectly still. It's not moving, and we dex it. What the hell's an Ariados?
Ariados is a big spider, a 3'7" spider.
Oh God,
very large. It is the evolved form of Spinarak that we've seen before, and that's about it. Big red spider. I mean,
bug poison type. So this is Johto Pokemon. Any good?
No.
No.
It's early game bug. None of them are really that good.
So
gotcha. That's outclassed.
Just kind of fills a
outmatched.
Spot. Yeah, in the
outgunned,
decks.
outmanned, outnumbered, outplanned.
Oh, according Hamilton.
They got to make a all-out stand. He's gonna need a right-hand man.
Right-hand spider named Ariados. Now,
the right-hand Spider-Man.
Is there any other info you want to teach me about this thing?
I threw you off with that one, didn't I?
Yeah, a little.
I mean, no, it's really just a basic early game bug type. Really not a lot going for it.
Boring and soaring. It's not moving at all, but it will. So, yeah. Okay, so they're chilling out. This thing's not moving a muscle.
Oh,
that's
ew. Hold on a second.
What?
It's gold Pokedex entry. It spins string not only from its rear, but also from its mouth. It is hard to tell which end is which.
That is a weird dex entry.
That is unhinged.
Who wrote that?
Is this mouth string or ass string?
Who wrote that? And can we get them on the podcast ASAP? They are a hero.
There's two markets for Ariados products, the mouth end and the cheaper budget poop end.
Yeah, but you gotta like check. So sometimes you're not sure. Like you got think you got a deal.
It's like a fake Gucci.
Then you bring it home and you're like, fuck, it's the ass one.
The counterfeit, yeah.
Wait, which one's the better, do you think? Ass or mouth?
I probably the mouth?
I think it tells a lot about a person, which they assume is the better one.
Shout us out in the comments. Question of the day. What do you prefer, ass or mouth?
Are you an ass or a mouth person? Let us know.
And those are your only two options. You got to choose one.
Yeah, there's no other orifices that spin web.
Anyway, that's Ariados. Yeah, spider. It makes real strong webs. And Ash is like, I think that could come in handy. Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But it's funny because he didn't really have a use case. He's just like,
no.
I love a sturdy rope.
Suddenly a ninja falls in. Oh my god. It's a familiar ninja, though.
Yes.
She's back, people. Once again, a returning character. It's Aya from the Koga episode.
It's like they realized recently that they can do that, bring back characters, and now we're just getting like a string of them.
Mm-hmm. I'm in for it. I think it's cool.
Right, so she was Koga's...
better.
What was she? Her daughter?
Not daughter, no.
Friend? I don't remember. Sister.
Sister. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sister. Koga's sister.
She's a...
Clearly younger sister.
Yeah, younger.
Looking at this photo.
Yeah. Much younger, possibly.
Yeah.
She wears red, and now she's wearing red. And the flashback, it's kind of like pinkish, I think. And we do get a flashback to that moment where they met her. Brock's impressed and happy to see her again, because she's female. But
I have
to
say though, I don't remember noting this when we did that episode, but this flashback shows us the bit where Ash is pinned to the wall with ninja stars, and the way the lighting is, it looks like he's peed himself.
Oh, I don't remember noting that either.
Yeah, there's like a dark spot on his crotch.
So do you think but you said you think it's lighting. Are you open to the idea that he was so scared from the stars that he wet himself?
I mean, I hope that's the joke, but I would assume it's lighting, considering it's a kid's show.
Yeah, they do weirder stuff than urinate.
I guess. Right.
And kids pee their pants all the time.
Representation.
Yeah, representation matters.
Anyway, so yeah, Brock's very happy to see her, and suddenly there's a mysterious voice being like, "Oh, I'm a ninja."
Starts the test.
Oh my god, who the fuck are you?
Well, I guess her Venonat's chasing, right? Something.
Yeah.
And we don't really know what's going on. It tackles. And then a net goes over Venonat, and then Brock goes, That's no net. That's a web. Which I don't know why I found that funny. I think just
It's
because
it's
like
it's super
being
expository.
it's being used as a net. I don't know. It's an interesting phrase.
Venonat runs into the web, the invisible web that
Yeah.
Ariados has spun.
Yeah.
And Ash is like, someone must have thrown a net over Venonat. And Brock's like, that's no net, Ash. That's a web that Ariados spun as a trap to catch Venonat. And it worked.
Dun dun dun. And then this is where the older ninja appeared, reveals right away as her tutor, and apparently they are all learning Pokemon Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, and we never hear this guy's name in the episode,
Let's call him Old Ninja.
but in Japanese, his name was Tokichi, with the little line above the O. So I don't know what that does to the pronunciation.
I don't either.
But
Tokichi
line.
sounds right.
Tokichi. Yeah.
Tokichi. Yeah. Something like that.
But this whole episode, he's just like, teacher, the tutor,
yeah.
that guy.
Old Ninja. Yeah.
The old guy. The old fart. Yeah, but Ash is ready to like beat this guy up. He's like, who are you? Why are you hurting Aya? And I was like, this guy is my tutor, guys. Don't just chill. It's fine.
So we're training.
We're
training.
So much to learn about the ancient skills of Pokemon Jiu-Jitsu. And so we go to the dojo. Now, there's a lot of Pokemon, a lot of trainers, and these Pokemon are all like training attacks that are a part of Pokemon Jiu-Jitsu. And Aya came to learn the art, something like that.
Yeah. There's like over 50 Pokemon at this academy. Brock is really interested in enrolling here if Aya will be his tutor. And so he brings out Pineco. I guess that's because, like, are they implying this mostly like bugs around here or something? But he decides that Pineco is the Pokemon that he wants to enroll with.
I think because Pineco is more of a defensive Pokemon than an offensive Pokemon. And so it's more akin to Jiu-Jitsu as an art form.
Okay. I mean, if it fits aesthetically somehow, just because they're like, there are other bugs, and there's this whole thing about like traditionalism, outdoors, I don't know. But Pineco just explodes right away on him.
Yeah. Is this supposed to be like a metaphor for premature ejaculation?
It is now, Kellan.
Like, when Pineco goes boom, did that mean that Brock made a boom boom in his pants?
That Brock jizzed his pants? That I guess so, but at the same time, it's very embarrassing, Brock. In the light of day.
And also at the same time, we don't have to talk about that any more than that. So Ash is like, man, Brock, that's a good idea. Pikachu and I, we should take some jiu-jitsu lessons. Bond over it. And gets Sensei to give them an entire day's worth of classes for free. Whole day.
Nice.
That free tuition, that can be spent on like 4 months of rent right there.
Hell yeah.
So they get in their getup. I like this. Misty's like, it feels weird wearing long pants.
Right.
But they're all in different clothes. Ash is in red, which means he goes to the battle classes. Brock in yellow will go to the technical classes. And Misty in blue, she has to go to the beauty for health and nutrition classes, which is very, presumptuous.
Oh,
you're sending the only woman.
This was
the beauty
This was
class.
sexist as fuck. Right.
Tisk tisk.
And it's kind of a weird. They deal with this in a very awkward way too, because at first they address it right away. So you go, okay, maybe this isn't so bad. Like Misty's like, wait, why don't I get to learn the attacks? But then they're like, this class is once a year and it makes you look like a movie star. And then she just throws that all away. She's like, fuck ambition. I want to look like a movie star.
I do think that's kind of a funny part of Misty's character, that she tries to be more like assertive and not conforming, but at the end of the day, she is still kind of a girly girl.
I guess that is the tsundere stereotype.
Yeah.
Tries to be abrasive, but kinda isn't.
I mean, we saw it early in the episode. She was putting flowers in her hair because it made her look pretty.
It's really in the context of education, of why it feels sexy, right? It's not about choice. It's about putting them into, you have to go to the beauty class. That's the part that's like kind of icky. At the beauty class, however, it does not turn out to be what Misty thought. It's a spider beauty class.
She just gets pelted in the face by Spinnerack string.
And the webs are supposed to like be a skin mask, I guess.
If they can get them off.
Togepi's cute here though. She's loving watching Misty's misery.
Yeah. And so then Brock, we go see his class. He's doing an attack drill thing with Pineco. He uses spikes a couple times to pop some balloons. The guy praises him for training real well, and Brock's like, hell yeah. And then Pineco again, boom.
Explodes.
Ha. To the other class, we see a quick battle between a Houndour and a Hypno. Hypno goes for Hypnosis, but a Smog and a Feint Attack get Hypno turned around, and then Hypno gets blasted by some fire move and goes down, blah, blah, blah. Ash is just fired up, though. So it's going to be him versus Aya next. Bulbasaur versus Venonat. We get the battle music.
Remind me, Bug? Okay, Venonat is insect poison or just bug?
Bug poison.
Bug poison. Yeah. I'm trying to remember my type matches. So Bug is strong against grass.
Yes.
Is poison strong against grass? I don't remember.
Yes.
Oh, so it's quad. Bulbasaur's quad weak to...
But Bulbasaur is part poison as well.
Oh, okay.
Which resists both bug and poison. So it's neutral.
Oh, so it's a neutral matchup.
But Venonat is bug poison, and bug also resists grass, at least.
This is confusing. I don't think poison. Is this a good matchup for who?
It's not really a good matchup for either of them.
Oh, it's a neutral.
It's a worse matchup for Bulbasaur, but not by a lot.
Okay.
But it's a good fight, because Bulbasaur goes for the Vine Whip, and Venonat gets hit. Gets leech seeded, zapping the health, and it breaks out for a supersonic, which destroys Bulbasaur's eardrums. They just pop. And he goes for the tackle, and Bulbasaur jumps out of the way with its vines, grabs Venonat mid-air, and slams her to the ground. And Ash just goes, bye-bye. Ash.
You know, your observation about the supersonic makes me want this, super realistic sequence in a Pokemon episode where the supersonic goes off, and then it's like in one of those war movies when a grenade goes off and you get the ringing in the ear and you get their point of view and everything's shaky and they don't know where they are, and I want that, but from Bulbasaur's perspective, ringing in the ear, getting
his ears start bleeding.
Yeah.
That'd be something. That's for sure. I don't know if Pokemon would do that. Maybe in 2 decades when they really got to jump the shark and go R-rated.
R-rated Pokemon movie.
Yeah.
That would be wild.
It would be something. Ash, or Aya tells Ash, wow, you're even better than last time. And Ash is in one time ever that he's been humble, he's I think there's a lot of luck going on there. Wow, Ash,
maybe he's maturing slightly.
That can't be right.
Not buying
it. Can't be true. No. Team Rocket is spying in. Look at all these Pokemon. There's so many. We could sell them, make a bundle.
Wobbuffet pops out. Meowth goes, I said bundle, not bungle.
No, Wobbuffet. So at night, Misty's pissed off. She looked like a movie star of a horror movie.
Oh, that was kind of dumb, Misty, because you're just assuming that the star is the scary person.
Yeah.
Which is
when many horror movies, at least back in the 90s, casted very attractive people.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's kind of a cliche, right? You've got Sigourney Weaver in Alien, you have Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween.
Courtney Cox was in Scream.
Oh, yeah, Scream, yeah, and what's her name? Neve Campbell, right? With Scream, yeah. Lead.
Drew Barrymore,
Which one's Drew Barrymore in? Also
Scream.
Scream?
As well.
Okay, yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar and Jennifer Love Hewitt were both in I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I was just going to bring up that one. And isn't, what's his name? That
Freddie Prinze Jr.?
Freddie Prinze Jr. in that also?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Him and Sarah Michelle Gellar still together, baby.
That's impressive.
Let's go.
90s,
Let's go.
Heartthrobs.
I'm rooting for them. They were so good in the Scooby-Doo movies.
Yeah, they were.
Anyway, I think Misty, you would want to look like the lead in a horror movie. That's...
Yeah, all that to say.
We just proved many of them are very attractive.
You sort of used that cliche incorrectly.
Yes. But Brock's also kind of upset. He's like, at least you didn't get your face blown up.
No.
I mean, you still look fine.
Yeah, you
Brock.
look fine.
I don't notice any blemishes.
You get over it.
Pikachu sees something outside, though, something very interesting. It's Aya and Venonat just kind of jumping in the woods, just hopping from side to side.
Yeah, apparently they study day and night.
Ash is so impressed.
Venonat hears something though and runs off right away. So
no,
training is interrupted. So, and then what happens is as they're following this thing, the lights come on from various rooms in the complex, because I guess people like live at this dojo too, or stay there. I don't know.
Boarding school.
Yeah, kind of like that. People are yelling, their Pokeballs are gone. Oh my god, my Pokeballs are gone. And Ash with this great detective moment. Somebody's a thief.
Really? Wow, that's crazy. So everyone's off. They're all chasing after something. They're looking for Pokemon, I guess. And then suddenly, Sensei Man is there too. He just pops up out of nowhere. I guess he's a ninja, so it
I
makes
like
sense.
Sensei Man.
Sensei Man? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good Mega Man boss. Yeah.
It's just your teacher. It's just like your 5th grade teacher being like, this homework is shit. Oh my god.
No,
what a
it's
terrible...
your it's like your kindergarten teacher who is now like a feeble senior citizen.
Oh,
And you're like, I don't want to fight this person. Can we just like not do this? And the game's like, no, you have to.
It's just making you face the horrors of mortality.
Yeah.
Sensei Man.
So, fireworks, kaboom, sparkle, and Team Rocket appears in magician's outfits. There's no change to the motto. They're just in magician outfits now.
And I kind of thought, Kellan, you were going to go, I don't know why they did that.
I mean, yeah, true.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
Doesn't really have any effect on anything.
No, it doesn't. And like the theme was ninjas, so I think
Yeah.
Team Rocket, this is actually kind of funny. Either there's like some wordplay in Japanese that makes this all make more sense, or they just like don't get the themes of the episodes, and that's kind of funny.
I think the natural enemy of the ninja is magic.
Right?
I think that's what that is.
It's not ninja versus samurai, it's ninja versus wizards.
Ninjas hate wizards.
It's Penn and Teller versus ninjas.
That's what a fucking mashup.
Yeah, what a match.
That's a weird one. Anyway, so yeah, they talk about doing magic or something. Yeah, it's like we're proud purveyors of prestidigitation. Prestidigitation.
I think there's 2 parts in this episode where he makes up words, and that is beautiful.
No, that's a word.
Prestidigitation is a word?
Yeah. It means
Get
magic
out.
tricks performed as entertainment. Prestidigitation.
Whoa.
According
I mean,
to Oxford.
I knew about like the prestige, right? So I thought there was like a word there, but I did not know that it was that. Wow, okay, I
What a
concede,
word.
Meowth. What a word indeed.
Crazy.
Prestidigitation. Oh,
You know, he spent so long learning English, he just figured, you know what? Fuck it. We ball. And he just bought a dictionary and he's just using all those words. He got a word a day calendar.
I totally concede. I was at fault there, Meowth. I did not respect your game enough. Well done. Proud purveyors of prestidigitation.
That is a word to whip out at a dinner party.
First of all, I don't go to dinner parties. Second of all, if I do, I will say prestidigitation in every
And everyone will groan.
conversation. Yeah.
Not the word guy again.
Prestidigitation.
And so Jesse does the amazing Pokeball levitation trick, which is just the balloon lifting off, holding a bunch of fucking Pokeballs in a net. And then they grab Pikachu.
Yeah, with hand grabbers.
Yeah.
Classic.
So Sensei Man and Ariados go, and
This
Sensei
is
Man
wild.
just leaps in the air. He starts flying, whips out a kite, like a human-sized kite he can attach to, and Ariados attaches his butt string to or his mouth string, we don't know, to the paraglide, or to the kite. And now he's just flying.
He's flying while Ariados is like pulling him along. I
mean,
was
it's pretty
like,
sweet.
Whoa.
It makes no sense, but it's pretty sweet.
This episode has totally escalated. First,
Yeah.
Meowth surprises me with that word, and then the old ninja surprises me with his flying web kite mechanics. Like, this is crazy.
Hocus Pokemon
That's a
work
good
like
one.
magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they see Sensei Man coming at him on the kite, and they're like, a kite at night? That's crazy. No one flies kites at night. Why would you do that?
That's their interpretation of what's wrong with the situation. That's pretty good.
Not that this guy's flying.
Kites are a daytime activity.
So he throws ninja stars at the balloon, pops, Arbok comes out to Poison Sting, which breaks the string from the kite, and so everyone's starting to kind of go down. And the tutor just throws more stars at the bag of balls, and he swoops in for them, catches them, and he's accelerating to the ground real fast. But the gang and Aya, they're following along, they're chasing, and he drops the balls, and Brock just gets pinned to the ground. And is ha 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 ha. And he lands hard,
Oof.
as does Team Rocket, which launches Pikachu into a tree in his little capsule. He looks real sad.
Yeah, and Ash is now going to spend a couple minutes trying to get him out, which was basically a reason to keep Ash off screen for a bit.
Team Rocket are upset. Meowth is demanding retribution.
Now I gotta Google that. I thought that was the other made up word.
No, this one is a mispronunciation.
Okay.
Yes. It just goes to
it's like
retribution?
retribution and tribulation smushed together.
Yeah. You tried on that one, Meowth. Arbok comes out, and Sensei's like, "Oh yeah, you must defend," as if there aren't any other people here with Pokemon that could help. So Arbok comes out. Ariados, though, is exhausted. So Aya has to stop learning and save us. Do the best you can do. And battle music comes on. And Arbok lunges. Stun Spore. Arbok jumps away. They both Poison Sting, and they collide. But they're pushing back. Venonat dodges out. What are we going to be able to do? And Sensei Man just looks at her and goes, "Remember."
That is...
Remember the lessons.
Dig deep, Aya.
Flashback to earlier in the episode.
Oh, I hate when they do that. Flashback in the same episode. Happens for a while.
Replay the scene. We need to fill 30 seconds. Just do it again. Just cut and paste. See the Venonat getting caught in the web, and she's like, "Oh, duh, Venonat, rest."
Venonat, do nothing.
Sit there.
But this is kind of cool. Venonat like invokes some ancient spiritualism, right? Like,
TM44.
I think their heartbeat slows down. That was a good one, Kellan. Their heartbeat slows down. They've like they perceive the wind going through the leaves, kind of thing, and everything is still. But Brock doesn't get it. He's like, "That's a bad time to rest."
Why are you sleeping? You idiot, wake up.
Yeah.
Stupid Venonat,
James goes,
kick and get.
"Wrong
Get
time
up.
to snooze, right time to lose."
Whoa. And then they're just like staring. Aya's just like staring at Venonat. And then all of a sudden, wakes up. Alarm went off. Stun Spore. Wow. Arbok goes down. He's been paralyzed. Venonat tackles. And all the good music's coming in here. And they're gonna battle as a team now. And Ash and Pikachu come running in. And he's like, "Nah, dude, we'll do it. We're gonna do it. My turn. Pikachu. Thunderbolt."
Nice.
And they go blasting off again.
Brock then like explains Aya's plan, gives us that old Speedwagon experience, just exposition.
Aya knew that if she rested Venonat, Team Rocket would get overconfident. She
go.
turned their moment of weakness into their moment of strength.
Mm-hmm.
Turning weakness to strength is the key of Pokemon Jiu-Jitsu.
Like
To
judo.
which, after all this Jiu-Jitsu talk, I have more of a comment from Alex. Now, from previous comments that Alex has left on videos and stuff, we have been able to surmise that Alex practices in some form or forms of martial arts. And so Alex has written, "The only remotely jujitsu thing about Pokemon Jiu-Jitsu is the bit at the end where the master said turning weakness into strength is the key to Pokemon Jiu-Jitsu. It's a soft art that typically focuses on using your opponent's force against them, such as redirecting an attack rather than meeting it with a hard block.
Oh.
So if a punch comes, you would redirect their force or evade the attack."
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. That's what I thought of judo being, right, too, is like using their weight against them or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about that stuff, though. But
also, I think Pokemon Jiu-Jitsu is kind of in line with it, because at the beginning of the episode, we hear about that they use moves like Spider Web, Stun Spore, Double Team, Spikes, and those are all moves that don't deal direct damage. They're all status moves.
Yeah,
so,
that's
in terms of Pokemon, I think those are the closest things, other than like Counter, which I think would be probably the closest, because you are literally using your opponent's power against them. So, but I don't know shit about martial arts. So
no, I don't know.
It was nice to get that
pretty
little trivia in there.
Spot for me.
Thank you for that. So at sunset, it's kind of early in the sunset. Like the sun is just starting to go down. It's not very orange yet. He's got a little hint of orange. You know, like a little Croy hint of orange.
Yeah, a whiff of orange.
Orange is transported next to a bottle of water.
Someone ate an orange and farted in the vicinity of water.
They say their goodbyes. Misty's like, I don't want any more of your spinnerack face stuff. They offer her more face treatment. She's like, no, no spiders. But yeah, Brock's like, farewell, not goodbye, for we shall meet again to Aya. To which she responds, okay.
Yeah, she's like, I'm fine with that. Whatever.
Okay, yeah, cool. And then narrator gives me a road to Johto, which I was just having such a good time for the last couple weeks. He hasn't said that, and now
I really
my
think you got to
mood
come
is
to
ruined.
terms with it because it's clearly
I'm
not.
never going to.
It's clearly not a mistake. Like he said it so many times, it's intentional.
But it sounds horrible.
So
You should just say road to the Johto League. Oh,
yeah.
killing me. Meanwhile, though, Team Rocket, they're hanging from an Ariados web when Wobbuffet pops out, realizes that they are hovering over their deaths, clings to the rope in fright, but too much weight has been added now. The string breaks, and they fall to their deaths into a bottomless canyon. And that's the episode.
Very, very interesting. All right, Kellan, you want a literary hour?
I would love one.
So, I mean, the obvious theme is this turning weakness into strength, right?
Mhm.
And whenever I hear about that, I always think of, and this isn't a book, but like my mind immediately goes to Star Wars Episode 5 with the AT-AT. So, Kellan, they're on an ice planet, and they have these giant robot camels, I'm gonna call
Oh,
them,
yeah.
right?
I know those ones.
Yeah. And basically, they trip them though by like putting like a cable around them. So you got to deal with the legs and then toss them over. It's very video gaming, right? It's like
Mhm.
I'm going to use the opponent's strength, my relative weakness as my strength. That's where my mind always goes. There's also this idea of like, and this is sort of what Venonat does by like slowing everything down, is kind of deliberately sealing your own strengths as a way of exposing kind of the enemy, or as the way of
Mhm.
actually being strong. And this is always a cool thing where like there's a character that is really powerful, like you can feel it, or like through their confidence, but they limit their power a lot, basically to keep people comfortable, expose them, use it when they have to, like Dumbledore in the Harry Potter series. Like, right, we don't actually see
Mhm.
him use his powers for quite a long time.
And then when he does, it's that cool scene in the ministry between him and Voldemort, and that shit kicks ass.
Yeah, the fifth
Oh.
one. Yeah, right.
Oh my
That's the fifth
god,
one,
that's
right?
a good scene.
That's actually
Yeah.
like, I remember when that book came out, it was kind of like, okay, it's kind of slow, whatever. The movie version is kind of based because the magic looks so good in that movie. I agree.
Can't
Like
believe-
during that scene, the magic looks really good.
I can't believe you just unironically used the word based.
Yeah. Am I millennial or a zoomer? I don't know.
You're getting into zoomer territory here.
I'm
Creeping
both.
towards alpha.
Kellan, I can do everything at once.
I don't like it.
I'm like the Avatar. I wield all of the generation slang at once.
Earth, wind, fire, Ohio.
Ohio Rizzler.
Master of the four
Yeah.
elements.
Oh, that's
Anyway.
pretty good. Well, I'm done with this. Let's get to the 4-part plastic ping pong pitcher of objective rankings. This is where we rate the episode by pulling ping pong from a pitcher. We're going to pull 2 categories at random and rank this episode based on those categories. Kellan, what do we got for?
Today's first category will be the world's worst detectives.
Oh my god. Okay.
We had a couple.
We had a couple for sure. I mean, so at the end of the episode, Brock has that exposition about his plan. Okay, whatever.
At the beginning of the episode, we have the web. Brock's exposition of the web.
I like when Venonat rests and Brock goes, "It's a bad time to rest."
We have somebody's a thief.
Oh, somebody's a thief is fucking good.
That's
Yeah.
a good one. Somebody must have thrown a net. That's
There you go.
It's also one, even though it's wrong, which I mean that's bad detective work. So I guess it works. There's some solid ones.
Those are solid. I like that one. I like this episode for bad detectives. It was full of
Yeah.
that corny exposition. I'm gonna go an 8. Or wait,
8?
8.2.
8.2. I'm up there 8 as well, something like that. Yeah, it's high. 8.5.
Okay, cool.
So 8.35 for that.
Second
category for Ariados Amigos is the episode title.
Well, Ariados Amigos, I sure struggled to say just because I kept thinking that it's a Japanese word, but Amigos is a
Ariados, amigos.
Amigos. Ariados Amigos.
So
But it's
also in
not.
Japanese, we had Ariados, Battle of Ninja Arts, which is
Okay,
that's
not bad.
okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Bulgarian, Ariados Amigos. Mandarin Chinese, Ariados Battle of Ninja Arts. Ariados Friends in Czech and Dutch. Finnish is Pokemon Jiu-Jitsu. European French is The School.
Okay, lame.
German is Pokemon Jiu-Jitsu, as is Hebrew. Hindi is Ariados, a bug Pokemon. Italian is Ninja Academy. Polish is Strong Web.
Okay.
Ariados Friends is Brazilian Portuguese. Latin American Spanish is Ariados, my friend. Spain is Ariados' Friends. Swedish is Ariados Friends. So some pretty weak other
Yeah,
languages.
I didn't
ones.
love those. And like Ariados Amigos, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm a big fan of The School.
I kind of get like what they're trying to lean into sound wise, but it doesn't quite work for me. So
Ariados?
I don't love this title.
Yeah, this is a lower.
I don't love this title. I'm gonna go with a
lower
4.
one. 4, yeah, it's below average. At least they tried. It's not like Ash catches a Pokemon. I'm just looking at like early episodes.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of a lame one. But it's also no like what were the other ones?
The Trouble with Snubble was like
Trouble
better.
Snubble is
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah. Ignorance is Blissey. Like that's great.
Forest
That's a good one.
Grumps.
Forest Grumps, that's also a good one. Yeah, so it's below average. You said what, flat 4?
Yeah.
Flat 4? Yeah, I'm there. Yeah, it's a 4 if I've ever seen one. This is a 4 episode
That's a
title.
4 name, yeah.
Yeah. So 4 for that overall. 6.175, still above average.
Yeah, still not bad. Not bad. The detectives.
I thought it was a fine episode.
It's fine. Yeah, it was okay.
Overall. Yeah. The next one, maybe it's also fine. Who knows? Because it's Wings and Things.
I like this episode.
It's a better title.
It's a better title. I agree.
The Japanese title's even better. With Flap Beyond Yanma, Fly to Tomorrow's Sky.
Oh, that's inspiring.
So nice. I love it. So we're on the long road to Johto. We've just really gone from end of episode to beginning of episode
to
with that.
Johto.
Don't love that. But there's something in the air. This big bug. It's a Yanma.
Love?
We've seen it already.
Is it love?
No, it's a Yanma.
Oh, okay.
It's a big dragonfly.
So we see it right off the
Yeah.
bat. We dex it. Tell me about this thing. What's a Yanma? I don't remember this thing from the games at all.
It's very rare. It's hard to find in the games.
Okay.
It's like a swarm Pokemon. You can find it on one route, and you have to get a call from a trainer that's like, "Hey, there's a swarm of Yanma on this route. Come check it out." So it's difficult to find, and it's not worth the effort.
So they're not that good? Is that what you're saying?
They're not good. Nope.
Huh.
Another Gen 2 Pokemon that's just not very good. Bad move set. Only real good move or a good stat is speed. Like it's fast, but that's about it. Just other Pokemon do things way better than it. Not a great Pokemon, but in Gen 4 it evolves. And Yanmega, pretty cool. So
Oh, okay. Yanmega? That's a cool.
Yanmega, yeah. It's like an ancient dragonfly,
Ooh,
kind of.
classy.
But yeah, it's a big dragonfly, a big red dragonfly. I like its design. I think Yanma's a cool looking Pokemon.
Yeah.
But
It's kind of cute in this episode.
oh
in
yeah,
a way,
I love
too.
its cry.
Yeah.
Yanma, Yanma,
Yeah, it's got a cutesy fun kind of thing going.
Yanma. But yeah, that's Yanma. Any
That's
questions?
No. Bug flying? Is bug flying?
Yeah. Yeah. Its lore is very basic, as we see in this one, it flaps its wings really fast, shockwaves that shatter windows.
That's its main
Eyes.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, eyes can scan 360 degrees. Which that'd be freaky
Quite the experience, right?
if you could see in 360 degrees at all times.
Ooh, I looked up Yanmega and it is not nearly as cute as Yanma.
Oh, but it's cool.
It's kind of freaky looking.
It's cool and it's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Yanmega
nice.
is a decent Pokemon. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yanma, simple design, like it. It steals Ash's hat. Ah, what a jokester.
And it's really happy about it.
Yeah. Yanma. But Yanma is called down by some blue-haired kid who told it not to fly off. This is Zachary Evans.
Yeah, full names himself.
Full name.
Yeah.
And this isn't like a contest thing again.
Okay.
Like that
I
other
kind of
one.
wondered.
But I guess they introduced that last name because they refer to his dad throughout the episode as Mr. Evans. So like, okay,
Okay.
well, we gotta get the formal introduction here. But we learned that this Yanma, a bit of a troublemaker, doesn't really listen to it. He can't get it back in the ball. It's just kind of flying around.
Yeah,
We go to
yeah.
town, random town that we don't know. I'm gonna call it Glass Town. That's what it
Oh,
seems to be
pretty
all about.
much. Yeah.
No, sorry, Glass and Bread Town. That's what it is.
Glass and bread. The
Glass
two
and Bread Town.
elements of a good town.
Those are the two other elements of the Avatar. It's fire, glass, bread, Ohio.
Fire glass based Ohio. Yeah. So the Yanma going into town though, everybody's reacting like,
They're scared
oh fuck, it's the
shitless.
Yanma. So they run inside. They're like slamming doors, windows. They've got like what are those called? Those like sliding doors to like protect windows in like
Yeah.
bad areas of town, kind of thing.
They see Yanma and they react as if like the purge is coming through.
Oh yeah.
Like, fuck, we're all gonna die. And Yanma's just like, Yanma.
So that's a good setup because you're like, what
Love and
is the
life.
mystery here? Now Zachary Evans runs up, but like when he does it, that's when Yanma goes into super gust mode, and we see what's going on. He shatters windows, right? That's the big
Oh,
setup.
no.
Yeah.
And causes all of the glass in the bakery to break.
Oh, and
And-
Mr. Struzel runs out.
Mr.
That's the
Struzel.
baker, Mr. Struzel.
I love him. Mr.
Zachary
Struzzel's my
Evans, your
favorite.
Yanma broke my window again, you little bitch. I'm going to see
he
your
just, like-
father about this.
Just picks Zachary Evans up by the shirt.
Yeah.
Like, you little fucker. And hoists him under his arm. We'll go talk to your dad.
Break my windows, I'll shatter your dreams, bitch.
And your skull.
Oh,
But Zach's finally able to get it. Sorry, Zachary Evans is finally able to get it back.
you
in the
gotta
ball.
full name him.
Yeah. Yeah, and the baker takes him off to his dad, and the gang follows. And so Mr. Evans apologizes to Mr. Struzel.
Mhm.
Apparently, this has happened multiple times. This is not the first time this has gone on.
The dad, yeah, Mr. Evans, I guess.
Mr. Evans.
He owns this glass factory, right? He produces glass. So he's happy to replace him. He does it all the time. But it turns out he's lost a lot of money having to replace people's glass. So the dad's
Mhm.
like, maybe you should consider getting rid of it. The Yanma,
Well,
that
Struzel,
is.
Mr. Struzel is like, you should get rid of
Well,
that. Yanma.
Struzel's like, yeah, get rid of
Fucking kill it. Stomp on its face.
him. Drink its blood. I mean, it's like over they have blood, but they have some kind of fluid. Drink it.
But Dad agrees Zachary Evans is probably time to let go of Yanma. It's just trouble. It's breaking all the glass. Gonna run out of business. Gotta get rid of it. And so
At first, I thought maybe this was like a scheme. I was like, what a racket. The Yanma goes, breaks people's glass. Mr. Evans sells more glass. But then I realized, oh no, he's like replacing it all out of pocket. So.
yeah, it'd be a little bit of a transparent scheme.
Oh, because you can see through windows.
Oh my god! So Ash just kind of empathizes with him, you know. Yeah, I don't want to get rid of my Pokemon either. So we get some backstory. Zachary Evans and his dad were delivering glass in a rainstorm when they saw Yanma hurt bad, soaked in the rain. So they took it home, warmed it up with a blow dryer, apparently. And he was good as new as no time. And then it just ran outside and started breaking glass.
So you gotta train it, Zachary, and we get flashbacks to where he was trying to train, where Zachary Evans was trying to train Yanma, and Yanma was just too happy, running off all the time.
He's just not good enough. Zachary Evans is not a good enough trainer. And Brock's like, would it help if you just moved to a different town? Like Misty's like, no, Brock, his factory's here.
And
There's glass in other
people
towns
have
too.
glass in other towns. That's not a trait unique to this town. Windows.
I know that this town is called Glass and Bread Town, Brock, but there definitely is glass
Glass
in
is
more
common.
towns.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is where Jeffrey Glass invented glass. So that's why it's called Glass and Bread Town. Because when he invented glass, he sat down and had a sandwich. He was like, "Oh, this is good bread."
Oh, so he got his name on it, but the nearby inventor of bread, Salisbury Bread, didn't. Oh my god, slighted.
Well, they were business partners.
Oh, and he screwed him over.
Yeah. Well, it's
Beautiful.
Glass and Bread Town.
Yeah, but Glass actually
but-
has a family fortune. Bread died alone.
Oh yeah, and Glass put his name first because he thought he was more important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salisbury Bread. That's a sick name.
Write that one down
Just
for later.
patting myself on the back. Anyways.
Great name, Graham. You did so good on that.
Thank you.
Very, very talented. Ash with the brilliant idea. What if we just replace all the windows with plastic?
Yes. Why don't we?
Not the worst idea. I mean,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
Zachary Evans' dad will go out of business.
And
It's the
it's
only
not
problem with that.
exactly the same, but you're
I
thinking
mean, plexiglass. Wouldn't be
Plexiglass,
terrible.
yeah.
Zachary Evans just has no choice but to let it go.
We get a sweet sentence. A window maker's son just isn't meant to be a Yanma trainer.
That was,
I
that
don't
old
know why
proverb.
I liked that, but
It sounds like an old
it sounded
proverb.
like a proverb, yeah. Like, is this supposed to be a saying?
Everyone knows that. A window maker's son isn't meant to be a Yanma trainer.
Yeah.
It's on a fortune cookie somewhere, I think.
Reminds me of the ancient story. Yeah.
So in the forest, Zachary Evans gives it a snack and says goodbye, and he runs off crying.
Sad.
Yanma seems confused. Again?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's like, you're strong now, you'll be fine, cries and runs off.
As is tradition, when a character is running off crying, Zachary Evans trips and falls over.
Oh.
Because he's just so distraught. He doesn't know what to do anymore.
Oh my
Yanma's
god.
my friend. I can't leave it.
We get flashbacks to Yanma, thinking of Yanma. Right, so he runs back, and Yanma's gone.
Yanma
Which
doesn't give a
causes
fuck.
Zachary Evans to cry even more.
No. So the gang offers to help find it. Meanwhile, James is looking around for the twerp. Can't find anything, but he does see Yanma as Jesse eats donuts. Actual donuts, not jelly donuts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They were circular and brown, and they had coffee later, or tea. So it looked like a donut to me.
Yeah, a real donut.
They see the Yanma, and they catch it in a net. Yeah, Jesse's like, hell yeah, we just caught a yo-yo. Yeah, it's like, it's a Yanma. It's like, don't disagree with me. Don't correct me.
If you
How
added
dare
wings to a Caterpie, it would look just like a Yanma, see?
Jesse has a poem.
Yeah.
She calls us a poem.
Yeah, I was like, what?
And James is like, Jess, I think you may have honest-to-goodness talent. Meowth goes, yeah, not for poetry, though.
No.
Got him. Yeah, that was a weak-ass poem.
Yeah, it was.
So they got it on a string. They see it shockwave a window breaking, so Jesse's got a plan. If we can make Yanma smash some windows, I know how we can make cash from windows.
Okay.
And just James again is like, maybe Jesse's a poet after all. Sounds that Meowth. I don't remember who. But yeah, that's
terrible.
She rhymed windows with windows.
And he loves it.
That is just weak.
Because one was
weak
actually
sauce.
Microsoft Windows and one was glass Windows.
If we just smash some PCs, we can sell people glass windows.
Well,
Same
they're
thing, right?
smashing the glass windows and selling them Windows Online via Windows servers.
Doesn't make any sense. None of this makes sense.
No, this makes sense.
No. But with them having especially Yanma on a string, Tristan asks this week, why didn't they try to catch it with the Pokeball? We've seen Jessie whip one out when she caught Lickitung. Do they not have any on hand? Would it have even worked? Is it still under technically Zach's control? We don't know because of things we'll see later in the episode.
Yeah, I think he's still technically Zach.
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure because of things we've seen in a later episode.
Things as we see later in the episode are why I think it's still his, no?
Well, we'll get there.
We'll get
But I think it's that Team Rocket can't afford Pokeballs.
They were out. They spent it all on those stupid mechs.
Yeah, Giovanni's money is specifically not meant for Pokeballs. It's meant for giant mechs.
I mean, that's corporate budgets for you, I tell you.
Yeah. And even if they tried to steal Pokeballs, I mean, we know they're incompetent at crime, so they wouldn't be able to get away with it.
Never works out.
Nope. So back in town, Meowth, I loved this. Meowth is holding onto Yanma while riding Victory Bell around like it's a Mario Kart vehicle.
That did look pretty cool.
It was sweet. And they have Yanma destroy all of the windows in town. Mr. Streusel isn't having it.
He's
not
like,
happy.
okay, we just talked about this. I just got the windows fixed. This is fucked up.
Classic Mr. Streusel.
Yeah.
And suddenly, 2 glassmakers come strolling into town. How lucky, how fortuitous they can sell us some glass to replace these
Even more fortunate,
windows.
there's a sale
Oh my god, they
on
got
the
a
good
sale on
glass.
glass. And the town's like, oh, this is fantastic. But why do you keep them in an ice cream bin? And like,
Well, it's
our
cool
glass
looking
is
gas.
so
Glass.
cool.
Yeah.
And we specialize in frosted windows. And Mr. Streusel just goes, Makes sense to me.
Yeah, the
Mr.
town,
Streusel, come on.
the town loves him. Oh, you're idiots. But anyways, I mean, he knows bread. Glass was the other guy. Okay. So Team Rocket later on is celebrating. They've got a bunch of cash due to their
It worked great.
Yanma scam. And guess
The
what?
Yanma scamma.
Guess what? Their assets are frozen because these were sheets of ice.
Oh, didn't see that one coming.
No.
Crazy. But Jesse denies Yanma a donut. Like, you're here to work, not to eat. And Yanma just remembers Zach, who would even give him seconds.
Zachary
Like,
Evans.
Zachary Evans. I'm sorry, sir. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, who would give him 2 portions like it was the best.
Oh. So the gang's kind of looking around still. Apparently Zach got separated from them. And then we see a random Pokemon Center in the middle of a forest.
Yeah.
Which I assume still is close to this town. So
Yeah.
why is it not just in the town?
I don't know. That's a good point.
Unless they're expanding. Maybe this is a city expansion plan. They put the Pokemon Center out there and they're like, okay, we're gonna...
There was just like,
We're
there
gonna
was
expand
a
out that way.
weird zoning issue. Okay.
Yeah. It's like when a city puts a Costco out like 4 kilometers from where the last building is, and they're like, okay, in the meanwhile, I mean, Costco's way out there, but we're going to start working towards the
It
Costco.
will eventually be in the city.
Exactly. I think that's what's going on with this Pokemon Center.
Right. It's like predictive. Will it and it will happen.
Zach, the gang goes in there looking for him. And they see, hey, Zach's dad, Mr. Evans. He's delivering glass to the center. And then we see Zachary Evans in town, asking the adults where Yanma is. And Mr. Streusel's like, you want to get fucking decked, kid? You want me to beat you up? I can't believe it.
Yeah, he's
scam
mad.
artist of an 8-year-old.
He's so mad. you little sack of shit.
He picks Zachary Evans up again by the shirt.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, we're gonna go speak to your father.
Oof.
Back at the center, Mr. Evans made some real nice stained glass.
Ooh, are they ever
for
pretty?
the top of the center.
Real
Very nice.
Reminiscent of Wind Waker cutscenes. Beautiful.
Oh, I got a puzzle of one of a Wind Waker stained glass.
Nice. I love that look. Yeah.
It's very nice. And then from outside, from afar, we just hear, hey, Evans! Mr. Streusel comes barging in with Zachary Evans, pissed off. Tells dad everything. This kid's a con artist. Kid's a sociopath.
He scammed us.
It was a whole scam, and the gang's like, that sounds fishy.
Scams?
I think I have an idea.
I know who does scams.
I have an idea who may have done this. When suddenly, Meowth and Victory Bell Mario Kart again.
Yeah, he's still like
Yanma.
driving him, right?
Yeah. And they come along. Team Rocket are not far behind.
Glaze Over Glass Company comes by. It's like they should have been way out of town.
Yeah,
by this
absolutely.
time. You know how long it's going to take to melt. Like, come on.
Not long. And yeah, the townsfolk are like, whoa, it's them. Who are you two anyway? And I was really disappointed by this because after that, we go straight into the motto, which is we don't sell glass, so prepare for trouble, but we've got glass and make that double. This whole time, we don't hear anything from the gang. We don't get any time to see if the gang recognizes them or not.
Oh, that's what you wanted to see if they were still confused.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
Unfortunately. Yeah. And so Chikorita, Poliwhirl come out. Team Rocket's like, oh, well, we'll choose Yanma.
Yanma.
Dad's like, Mr. Evans is like, no, please don't, God, no. The stained glass, don't do it. That's a bad idea. And Team Rocket are like, well, if you just let us win, then we won't have to break it.
Oh. Yeah, and the dad is like, well, we do negotiate with terrorists here, so that sounds good.
So Arbok goes for a tackle and a wrap, and Misty has an idea. Zachary Evans, try to get Yanma back in the ball.
And Yanma seems more connected to him than ever and kind of agrees. He fires the ball off, goes into the ball. So that's why I was wondering, is he still owned by him?
That's what makes me think he's not. Because if he was still owned by Zach,
because it's not the beam, he had to throw
he could do the beam, yeah.
Oh.
In this situation, it looks like he caught Yanma.
Okay. Yeah, that's true, actually.
What contradicts it is Misty being like, get it back in its ball.
I know, that's how I
technically doesn't have
think
a ball.
of the throwing it. I thought that he was going back. So, I don't know. I think it's a little ambiguous.
Yeah. So yeah, he throws the ball, he recatches Yanma, and he like goes for the ball. He goes lunging for the ball. And so does Victory Bell. But Zachary Evans grabs the ball and just gets fucking sumoed by Victory Bell.
Just gets piped. Yeah.
Thunk.
Just gets smacked to oblivion.
And so now, without the threat of breaking the glass, Chikorita is able to vine whip out. Polygirl goes for the water gun. Victory Bell tries to razor leaf. Mr. Evans is like, Zachary Evans, You have to try battling right now, even though you've never fought before. Now is the time in front of this precious stained glass to find out if you work as a team, not against a random wild Pokemon in the forest far away from this thing, where if its powers go crazy, it won't break anything. Right now, right here, with $1 million in damages on the line.
I know,
No pressure.
and like 20 seconds before, he was like, we'll give in to them. We can't hurt the glass. And now he's like, fuck the glass. I'll make more. Fight them. So that was quick.
Yeah, quick turnaround. Zachary Evans is like, okay, fine. And they're like, okay, well, let's look at Dexter, see what kind of moves it has. And Dexter gives them Tackle and Double Team and Sonic Boom. And everyone's like, oh my god, hold on. Those shockwaves are a move.
All
like it's actually doing
do is tell Yanma that it's a move, and then he'll be able to use it on the enemy and not on the glass. It's like, okay. I don't think
Zachary Evans.
Works.
He's like, go for Sonic Boom. And he kind of misses the Sonic Boom. And he's like, okay, work on your aim. Aim better. That's real helpful, Zachary Evans.
So
Thank you.
Funny. Use your Sonic Boom. It misses. He's like, do it again, but aim. He gets closer, but he misses. And then he goes, okay, but aim better.
and this time, finally, boom, direct hit.
And I was like, what training? That is incredible. Incredible.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, Ash should probably try that. Aim better, Pikachu. Better than that.
You don't see that kind of performance every day, folks. Really goes from amateur to pro overnight.
He finally lands it. Victory Bell goes in, but he double teams. And the epic comeback music, inspirational music is on that I love a lot.
Very nice.
He goes for the double team, and then all three of them go for one big tackle, which launches Team Rocket into the cart. The money bundle flies back into the townsfolk, and Team Rocket go blasting off again.
Yeah.
This is just like the fun. Like this happens so many times where they get launched into their machine and it blows up. This is just an ice cream cart. How did that work?
Did it explode? I love when things that shouldn't explode.
Yeah.
My favorite one of these of all time is from the 60s Batman series, like the Adam West Batman series from the movie. There's this clip, maybe you've seen it on YouTube or something, of where they're like on a helicopter over the ocean and a shark jumps out while he's like climbing up the rope onto the helicopter. Okay, a shark jumps, and it's clearly just like a toy shark, but it jumps out of the water and it's on Batman's arm, and Batman yells, Robin, give me the bat shark repellent. So he tosses him down the bat shark repellent, because everything has to have bat in front of it, right? So he sprays the shark on his arm, the shark falls, and when it hits the water, it blows up. There's an explosion. Oh my god, that's the funniest thing ever.
It's not an explosion, but one of my favorites is have you seen the IT Crowd?
Yes.
The British series? Yes. Yeah. Yes. Like one of the first episodes when Moss is trying to deal with a fire in the office, a little fire, and he pulls out the fire extinguisher and he tries to use it. And then the fire extinguisher just starts on fire.
Yeah, that is.
And he looks at it. He's like, "Why did that happen?" He looks at this big "Made in Britain" sticker. And he's like, "Oh, yeah,
that's what." Yeah, that's a good one.
And that's the episode where they changed the
into this like super long phone number.
It's like 20 digits. They have a whole song you have to think about. That's very funny. That's such a good show.
It is. That is a great
god.
Show, yeah.
Add it to the list.
Of shows we'll review at some point.
Yeah. Got so many.
When we're ancient and retired.
SpongeBob, Scooby-Doo, IT Crowd. There's a few others.
There was one other you named last week that would be really great. Well, I don't remember.
Oh, Alf.
Alf. Yeah.
We gotta do Alf.
We gotta do Alf.
Ugh. Anyway, yeah, Team Rocket go blasting off again from an ice cream cooler.
Yeah, classic.
They're all like, wow, what a great team. And Mr. Streusel apologizes.
You are a good team, and I'm a sack of shit. So I'll give you bread forever.
He apologizes for thinking the 7-year-old is part of some Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
Knowingly. But yeah, he has a treat for them next time they come to the bakery, which will be a can of whoop ass.
Right? Oh boy.
He's not, this is all fake apology, I think.
Yeah. Totally.
He's still very pissed off. But later, Mr. Evans finishes the stained glass piece by putting a little blossom in it, and everything is great. Everything is good. The glass looks beautiful. And we're back on the road to Ecruteak, and that's the episode.
All right, so literary hour. What about the trope Troublesome Pet from TVTropes.com? People get pets all the time. it's not out of malice. It's just that, the pet has some behavior problems. They poo and pee all over the place. They eat the homework, etc. So there's a bunch of like kids books and stuff that could be taken here. Something called Bad Kitty that features a bad kitty. I imagine I haven't read this, but I imagine it's kind of like Bad Santa, starring Billy Bob Thornton. Diary of a Wimpy Kid does some stuff
That's
with
my
here
shit.
too about getting a new dog. I believe the father gets a new dog. Rest of the family's displeasure. The dog is nice but lazy. It actually causes a whole bunch of issues. There was
And then
one
eventually they get a
other.
pig for some
They
reason.
get a pig. Whoa.
Yeah. There's a lot of those books.
Well, and then there's a book that I'm really not familiar with, but this is interesting, called Walter the Farting Dog. He's not malicious, but boy, does he fart. I think that one sounds good.
It just sounds like an old dog.
Yeah, good old
Like a
dogs.
Senior dog, yeah.
Yeah, where you're sitting around and you get a whiff. The nice part about that is just like anyone can just blame the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
Yeah. Or what about like the start of the series? Pikachu is kind of that to Ash.
At the beginning,
He's
definitely.
like the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Pikachu kind of gets over that pretty fast.
Now, would my favorite one, would Harry Potter count where it turns out that the rat is just a guy?
That is one of the craziest twists for that sort of thing. And it was nice that they have this troublesome pet for like 3 years.
Yeah,
or
more than that. This is like a passed down pet.
Three books, I guess I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. But yeah, that's passed down. It's like, and they're like, it lived really long for a rat. And we never questioned it. That's crazy.
It's just part of one of those big like Harry Potter plot holes. Like Fred and George have had the Marauders map for a long time. Have they not seen that Ron seems to be sleeping with this like old guy every single night?
Yeah. Or they just not that observant,
Interesting.
maybe.
Yeah. I could bullet by that they're not observant. They don't care.
No, that's true.
Huh. Weird. All right. Let's rate.
Yeah, let's get to the ranking. 4-part time again. Kellan, what are the categories you got for me here?
First category for today, or for Wings and Things, will be, it's the flavor of the featured Pokemon if it were cooked.
Oh, God. 1. Like, it's a dragonfly. I don't know. Like, you could eat it, I guess, but the same very food. Like,
Yeah.
this thing doesn't look tasty. This thing looks like it
No.
would taste pretty rank.
Like, yeah, it's just eating a bug.
No, I'm going with a 1. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
a
pretty-
0, but
pretty
it's
bad.
a 1.
Yeah, I think 0 is like eating it would kill you.
Yeah, or like inedible, right? Like,
Yeah.
you could eat this thing, I think.
Yeah, 0 is for like Clink. Just gears. Can't really chomp on that. Yeah, I'm with you. 1.
1.
I don't want to eat a dragonfly. I have no interest in that.
Wow, too bad.
Well, hopefully we
Yeah,
get something better for the second one.
Yeah.
I don't think we will because it's our pay it forward Monado boys and girls.
that has to do with seeing the future.
Seeing the future.
0. I think it's out.
Monado arts, speed,
Get rid of it. Kellan.
jump, shield, buster, smash.
No, get rid of it. It's
Yeah,
a
I'm
0.
not thinking of anything.
It's a 0.
If there was like a buster or a Monado art that was like shriek, burst
Break.
eardrums,
Break windows.
break glass.
Yeah, or
Oh,
like
no.
some cheesy some cheesy European accents in here, but there isn't even
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah, it's just Zachary Evans.
yeah.
Oh my
It's
God,
a 0. I
that's-
think you gotta get rid
yeah.
of it, Kellan.
Yeah, I think it is.
It's
That's
time to
that's
take
it
out the
for-
guillotine. This was an absolute massacre of a 4-pour on display.
Yeah.
It has rinsed this
Not good.
episode to the bone, ripped off its flesh, ate it for breakfast. This is a disaster.
Yikes! So yeah, that's a 0.5
This is a 0.5.
for Wings and Things, and Monado Boys and Girls is officially out of
Retired.
the 4-pour. It's banned forever. But for pay it forward categories, we still have rotations per episode, Black Parade Enthusiasts, and Dr. Mario's Miracle Cure.
Okay, it was pretty good. I kind of miss literal cult behavior, but yeah.
That was a good one. I do still prefer Mario's Crazy Jizz Bill, but whatever.
Yeah, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. Nor anywhere. Fuckle a shuckle in the rain. I'd fuckle the
Oh,
shuckle with
Jesus
lots
Christ.
of pain.
That's it for this week, people.
All right,
Join us
Kellan,
next
you have a doozy for me, don't you? What are we
Oh,
doing
boy.
next week?
Next week, we have a triple. We're
Okay,
doing
next
3.
week is the 3 to line up for the badge battles later.
Yeah, kind of. Because there's some other weird stuff because of me being away, we need to record early, and we need to do the Mewtwo Returns special as well. That'll come after the triple.
Okay.
And like we could have done a triple today, but then that would have meant doing a triple and then immediately doing a much longer one.
It kind of doesn't matter that much because the Mewtwo Returns can go in like a few spots. Is what you're
I'm
saying,
just trying to explain because the details matter to me. I don't know if you knew that. But it would require us to do a triple and then immediately a longer one, and that's a lot of work in a short amount of time, and I don't want to do that. So doing it this way, doing this triple coming up, and then we'll do Mewtwo Returns after that, and then Critique. It works out. But yeah, there is like no continuity issues with doing it a couple episodes after it aired. Or it aired after the very next episode. The first episode we'll do next week. But pushing it ahead after 2 more isn't going to change any continuity things. So that's that. Next week, we'll do 3 episodes, starting off with episode 180, The Grassroot, or in Japanese, Popoko! Grass Pokemon Battle! !
Okay, sounds fun.
And then episode 181, The Apple Core, or in Japanese, Pikachu and Pichu! Which is a fucking cute episode.
That looks cute as heck. Holy.
And then a second really cute episode, Houndoom Special Delivery, episode 182, or in Japanese, Helgar and Togepi.
Helgar. That's a great name.
That's also a very cute one. So we got a cuteness overload next week, and then
Oh boy.
Skiploom.
Oh boy. Okay, so
Oh boy.
cuteness overload next week, and then we'll do the special.
Then
And
Mewtwo Returns,
And then we're in Critique.
and then we're in Critique, yes.
Okay, very cool. Got some exciting times ahead, folks.
Very. Yeah, progress is coming up. Oh,
Progress. Sweet progress.
sweet plot.
We did have a little bit of weird filler recently. Some of these episodes were fun. Some of them were like, okay.
I mean, it just stems from the fact that they want to now. They've realized they need to stretch it over until more Pokemon comes out.
Yeah.
And so they create it. They make it much longer.
Yeah, they didn't want to end Orange Islands again.
Yeah.
And they're like, we can kind of give each Pokemon like
An episode.
each of the
or
new
two.
Pokemon get an episode. Yeah.
Some of them get 2.
Right. So that's been TKAD. Thank you for listening. And that's what we're doing next week. So if you got any questions, we love engagement on the YouTube is a great place to chatter about the episodes. So that's youtube.com/HydraLeech. You can also find the podcast wherever fine podcasts are downloaded. Please interact on your platform of choice. Really helps the channel. You can hit us up with questions at tokilladelibird@gmail.com. Also on Twitter, the handle is tokilladelibird. Intro and outro music is 80s Synthwave by Alexi Action. Kellan runs a TikTok. The channel name is Hydra Leeches. Anime error analysis and other fun antics. And you can catch him on Twitch from time to time. He'll usually let you know ahead of time on Twitter. The Twitch is twitch.tv/HydraLeech. Are you still doing the mystery dungeon when you have a chance?
It's been a bit, but I'm going to get back to it at some
that's
point.
the plan. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a little busy now because I have to get stuff done before I'm gone
Okay.
for
Cool.
a bit, and then life.
Yes. Life.
Yep.
Well, let's get out of here, Kellan. What do you think?
I mean, you don't want to talk to me more today?
What do you think, Kellan?
I'm really hurt.
We gotta hang up sometimes. No, you hang up first.
That's young.
No, you hang up first.
Okay, bye.